So now, let's have a look at custom HTML splash pages. Now with our standard splash pages, we've got online and offline, but you're restricted in what you can actually add to the splash pages. You're restricted to using the columns and the drag and drop content. With custom HTML, you can create either online or offline, but you have essentially full control. You can add your own code to the splash page to have it look and feel the way you want it to. Click the Create New button. I'm going to give it a name and keep it as an offline version. I'm also going to keep the ownership scope with the customer. Now select the Custom HTML from the drop-down. The first thing it offers is a boilerplate. So the boilerplate is basic code that gives you a starting point. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to click Create New. Because it's the first time I've accessed this area, Page Tools kicks in. I can click Next to read further information if required. But I'm just going to close that off for now. At the top, again, we've got the name of the splash page we're working on. We can return to the library and we're able to preview the splash page. You've got a guide which will give you instructions on how to create a splash page from the boilerplate which we've currently got into the one in the guide. So you're able to follow this if needed. Finally, we have the Save button. You have tabs along the top. The first one is Preview. This is previewing the splash page you've created. Because we selected boilerplate, it gave us some basic code. This is what basic code looks like as a splash page. So you can see here we have an image, an area to add your email address and password, a sign-in button, forgot password and create a new account. You then have the social media login methods. Finally, the ability to select the relevant language. Now this is only a boilerplate, so just basic code. If you click into the HTML tab, there's the code for the boilerplate. But you can now add to this code. You can either type directly within the window, or you're able to upload if you've created externally. We then have an option here called Show Snippets. The Show Snippets area contains code that has already been created with the specific purple elements. For example, authentication form, the languages available. You just need to click on the snippet and drag and drop within the code. When the code is inserted, it will then appear on the splash page. On the preview screen, I've obviously put in the wrong place, so that's why it appears in this way. But hopefully, you would know exactly where to put the code for it to display correctly. We've also got a CSS tab. Here you can add all the different styles, the colouring, fronts, etc. Again, the ability to either directly type into the code box or upload if done externally. You also have the ability to add JavaScript directly into the box or upload. We have a drop-down available in this tab. You can select either jQuery 1.9.1, 1.9.0, or not set at all. From the Images tab, you can add images here and then refer to those images within the HTML code. Finally, you have a Settings area. Here you can import an Access Journey logo and add a background colour. You can also edit the coding theme that you're working on. Once you've added the relevant code, you can preview to make sure you're happy with the way it looks. You can then save the splash page or save a version if required. But clicking back to the library, you'll then have your custom HTML as well as your standard. And these are now readily available for you to be able to use in an Access Journey.